This is the most important task of the whole process. This is the last chance for any of us to impress Lord Sugar. To actually fall this final hurdle, it would crush me.
Good luck in there, Tom.
Good luck, Ricky, mate. Win this together, that's fine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Win this, straight through to the final.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Lord Sugar. Tom and I would both classify ourselves as a modern gentleman. We both like to groom, we like to take pride in our appearance, but one thing that I don't necessarily do, and Tom doesn't either, is talk a lot about with our friends and our families about our grooming methods. Modern gentleman is a concept which is going to target traditional grooming visions and values and bring that to the modern man. The UK's market is 862 million right now and growing, and what we'd like to do is take this outside of the UK, and starting within Europe gives us the advantage because the export links are extremely good.
Thank you much, Ricky. Just with regards to the pricing for the shaving cream and the after balm are £8 each, and the pricing for the moisturiser is £10. We did try to take elements from the luxury grooming products out there on the market and bring them into an affordable range. In our first year, we would look to have a boutique flagship store, which we would offer a service of a full shaving experience. We had this store open yesterday to the public, and every single person who had the full shaving experience walked away extremely satisfied. So we feel that's a key way for us to, attract a new customer base and build brand loyalty.
What's the ratio going to be in revenue between product sales and barbering services?
Something around the range of 60 to 70%, and the barber experience being more 30%. I very much see that the price of what the grooming experience would very much be of similar cost as it would be almost for all three products put together.
When launching a new brand into the market, it's very important that you get strong standout. The branding, I think it lacks distinctiveness. Can you tell us about your thinking around the packaging design?
We kind of looked at the bottom end and the top end and tried to find a balance between the two.
One thing we'd like to do with our packaging, we would like to slot it within some type of little box, which would make it more synonymous of luxury product.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Modern Gentleman launched.
I thought the presentation was really strong, actually, and they worked well together.
Time for some expert feedback.
Having retailtainment is a great way of, getting people really engaged with the brand.
I think Sterling really understood their business, their model, their positioning in the market. In terms of actual product, I thought it was quite forgettable in terms of brand.
I do question whether it's got the uniqueness.
Next, some sweet talk from Adam's team.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for giving us the time to introduce our brand, Sweet Thing.
Obviously, this is our conceptual view of what our Sweet Thing shops would look like. And when people come here, we want them to obviously be bombarded by visual stimulation, by gorgeous smells, but also by our retail entertainment centre, adding, some cocktails and possibly alcohol to the sweet environment. And really, it's complementing the sweets. It's about being forward-thinking and really bringing this confectionery store to life.
What we've tried to achieve is affordable luxury. Ideal for Christmas, birthdays, Easter and Valentine's Day, which we think will be our busy periods. Our target market, hopefully, will appeal to absolutely everyone, whether that's coming back from the office and buying a treat, to give us a gift at any special occasion, or just for a girly night in, or whatever you fancy, to be honest.
Jade, I really like your presentation about the entertainment area, and I love the idea of the complimentary cocktail. I just wonder how much that would impact the profitability of the store.
Really, I don't think it would be a complimentary cocktail. It's something minimal, like, £2 or £1.50, just to complement the sweet.
So just so I understand, you're going to sell the alcohol in the store as well?
We'd obviously have to get some licensing agreements to go with that. Nick, pricing, please.
We'll have a flagship store in London and in Manchester. What we've done, we've looked at what prices are currently out there with low-end sweets in supermarkets. We've priced it slightly above that to give it a luxury feel for the consumer. We are, however, significantly cheaper than the confectioners and luxury chocolatiers out there. So what we're offering is a very high-quality product at a reasonable, affordable price in supermarkets and in other stores. Look,
Your flagship shops, do I understand that these are loss-making? In other words, you have no chance of actually covering your overheads from the retail sales there. $2.99, we've got to sell a hell of a load of those to pay the rent.
I was actually a little bit confused. How did you put the range together and why those specific products?
we want to have we are branded as confectioners, not as a chocolatier, so it is an all-encompassing brand. It's not just a chocolatier and it's not just a sweet company, it's actually both.
Time to chew over Sweet Thing.
The shame on this one is that you were confused after the pitch.
They hadn't done as much homework, I don't think, as the grooming team. It was much more about the product.
The best thing about this is actually the chocolate and the sweets. You know, they're delicious.
There's no lead product. There's hot chocolates, there's a bar. They haven't put one product to the forefront.
Final stop for both teams, the boardroom and the results.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Evening.
Good evening, Lord Sugar.
Well, we've had a busy day. I'll start with Sterling, yeah? Ricky, you put yourself forward as the project manager.
I did, yes, Lord
Yeah.
Sugar. I've been project manager twice before. I really felt like it was my time to lead as a project manager and have a successful
Lost
result.
on the last two occasions.
I certainly have. I'm honest to
Yeah.
say I've lost twice, and I thought third time I'm going to make a good result. I'm very passionate about male grooming. I jumped out to us straight away. We both felt like we'd have a very strong interest into the market, but we also felt like we could probably jump into that market quickly and deliver a good product.
I obviously saw the end product. My initial reaction was a little bit boring. A quality product looks the business. That didn't look the business to me. Tom, you was in charge of the design of the product?
Yeah, I mean, OK, the bottle doesn't look fantastic. You know, I hold my hands up to that. As a business going forward, what we'd like to have done is obviously if we could have the box that we could present each product on the back, it would include a brief description of the key active ingredient and how it helped the user.
Initially, when I walked into the shop, it didn't kind of come across me as, wow. There was 3 products, a couple of towels, a cigar humidor. That was it. So was this minimalistic look a deliberate thing?
It certainly was. It's a luxury product. We felt like if we just stacked the shelf completely one side to the other full of the bottles, it takes away the element of luxury.
So, Phoenix, Adam, I made you project manager.
Yeah, thank you.
Your shop, it was stark contrast to their shop.
Sure, yeah.
In the sense that it was, you know, bright, quite full, had lots of things in it.
Yeah.
I think that when I and the business and industry experts walked in, there was a kind of initial whoa, this looks interesting.
I'm pleased that it looked interesting.
So who did what then?
Me and Nick went off to research a business. So we went to
How did you do that?
We went to a boutique chocolate shop and confectioners, and we listened to his ideas.
Did you talk through the business model with this guy?
We did ask a few questions on the business model in terms of how he wholesaled his products.
Well, actually, you didn't. You didn't discuss figures, margins, or the business model per se, did you? You were much more interested in the experience and so on.
I think that's a fair comment, yeah.
Who went to the factory to actually make the stuff then?
I went to the factory and came up with almost all the ideas for our products.
You came up with the shop name, didn't you?
Yeah, I just wanted to come up with something that was really forward thinking, and I think the name Sweet Thing is, you know, there's sweet things in the shop. What's your sweet thing? Sweet thing is a term of endearment sometimes, you know. It really had quite a few meanings, so yeah, I think.
No, I mean, I think absolute credit to Jade. I mean, you know, she came up with the name. She came up with quite a few product ideas. I think, you know, the ideas we had were as good as
we had 100 names on the table.
No,
didn't we?
your names weren't as good as Jade's. We had Choco Holster, Chocolate Heaven, Cho Choc.
Yeah. We were struggling for ideas.
Sweet Thing. I wasn't fully behind it at first, but it grew on me and it did, and I'm happy with it. And
it was the best of a bunch, and I think it did work.
Definitely.
I obviously was there today, but the business advisors give me another view of what is going on, yeah? And I take a lot of notice of what they had to say. The reaction to your stuff was they thought your presentation, both of your presentation, was very good. What came across was that you had researched the business. You definitely had researched the business from top to bottom. I thought the shop seemed a bit sparse. It was your choice to go minimalistic. But you know what they sometimes say? It does what it says on the tin.
Yep.
This tin didn't have anything on it. Your thing was a bit of a wow factor. We thought to ourselves, wow, this looks good. But as soon as you all opened your mouths, it started to go downhill a little bit. So it's a difficult one for me there. But I felt in the end that Sterling, yours was the better business proposition. It was far more professional, far more thought out, and I think good, justifiable winners. Look, good news and bad news. Bad news, first of all, no treat, because you're going to be very, very busy. Good news is you're in the final, OK? So go home now, have a bit of relaxation, and I'll see you on the final, OK?
Yes, Sugar, thank you very much, Sugar. Good luck. Let's give us some proper of it. Oh, mate, that's awesome. That's awesome.
You know what disappoints me was the lack of cohesion, no real plan, no attention to detail. But look, it's late, so I think we'll pick this up in the morning, OK? And we'll discuss this in more detail, but one of you will be leaving the process tomorrow.
Thank you, Sugar.
Last time I was PM, I lost. I was gutted. This time at PM, I lost again. Yeah, I'm gutted again. I don't think we did a bad job all round, you know.
I think Adam was a detriment to the whole task. His pitch was poor, his contribution was poor. Unfortunately, I think he has to be fired.
I'm still impressed with what we did. I'm actually quite looking forward to going into the boardroom. I have been accountable for almost every decision, and I think what I've done is pretty impressive.
One of us is going tomorrow, the other two in the final, and
That's it.
what will be, will be.
Yeah.
There's no way on the planet that it will be me that goes tomorrow. No way.
Yes, could you send the candidates in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar. You can go through to the boardroom now.
I'd like to go, first of all, to pricing. So who would be in charge of defining the pricing?
That was Jade was in charge. No.
Was I?
Yeah, just let me finish. Let's not,
No,
start
that's
ripping one
fine.
over to shreds just yet, and I'll explain. Jade was in charge of manufacturing, so me and Nick did ask her for the prices.
That's not the question I'm asking. I'm
Right,
asking
okay.
about the strategy of pricing. Where did you see your affordable luxury products pricing?
Yeah. We wanted to price it above what it would cost in the supermarket for the average sweet and chocolate costs, but below what it would cost in the luxury chocolatiers.
Tell you where you're all at sea here. You got a shop which you kept saying is going to be some prestigious type of shop. So clearly, by definition, that means you can't sell stuff cheap in there. But in the same breath, you're saying eventually we're going to end up selling it in the mass market superstores, right? Well, the price don't stand up in the mass market superstores because it's too expensive. And the price in this luxury store that you had was, in fact, not expensive enough.
We went for affordable luxury. We tried to get in there just in between, and if the pricing was wrong, then a whole man's up. It was wrong,
But it may be wrong for some reason that you still don't understand. I mean, there are products in this world that cost a penny to make and they get sold for £5.
Yeah.